Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Greetings everybody, guys. As usual, we will take a look at the gold market. Currently, as you can see, market stands in a tight range. So in the recent couple of weeks, action is not really significant, and mostly it has no impact on the weekly and monthly charts. That way, guys, it seems that for some time we will have to deal with the current retracement, and we probably will take a look mostly on the tactical issues. So strategically, the situation almost hasn't changed at all. As we take a look right now on the gold market on the high time frame, I mean the monthly chart, as we have taken a look at it even months ago, it's approximately the same view. The overall situation seems bullish, but right now the market just has reached important resistance and has completed some important targets. That's why for some time I just will have to spend some retracement and some pause in upward action. So, and as I said, in the nearest future we probably will dedicate daily updates to the tactical questions. So how deep retracement could happen, what pattern will trigger this retracement, how it will develop. So as usual things that we mostly do when we discuss retracement and trying to trying to resolve some corresponding questions. So nothing really new will be in our work on the gold market in the nearest future. Fundamentally, guys, it seems that really big shifts could happen very soon in global policy. So it's really a really big game will be on the Middle East. So Syria is just a part of it, and it probably will get an extensions to other regions of the Middle East and maybe even North Africa also. So, but it's really a very big term, a long-term perspective. Last news that is worth of our attention is that Germany has returned back another approximately 300 tons of its gold and repatriated these golds from the United States. And they have intention to get as far as more as half of its gold reserves back to Germany till the 2020. We could understand this differently. Some analysis suggests that this is just a step by the German government in the unstable world, and they would like to get more reserves to protect their own financial independence. But my thought that this is some really deeper sense in this act is that maybe Germany gradually let it see the situation in the global policy changes take place. So they just would like to return back on the global and the big policy, the big political conversations to end the play as an independent country, or at least in the country with a large part of the independence. Because right now the European Union and Germany in particular, they stand under government, an external government in the United States, and mostly they're driven by the policy of the United States because they support this. Some rumors concerning this, that's why United States in fact lets Germany to return back its gold. So previously, every time they have denied it to do this. But right now, somehow, Germany could do this. Not only Germany, but the Netherlands probably will follow. Anyway, and some analysis, some rumors stands that probably this is the payment from the United States to the European Union, in particular countries, that they become the provider of political of the global policy of the United States. So that this is a payment for their support But this is, guys, very big and a very important precedent in the global policy, in global politics. Once they have paid for that, and once the precedent have been put, returning back of the gold, so it will difficult be to stop it. So there will be really big reasons and some really big events should happen that will force Germany to deny or returning back the other part of this gold. That's why it's, guys, really very a thrilling topic, and they probably could bring us to far-going conclusions, far-going consequences of this moment that we will see, maybe not even today, not even tomorrow, but sooner or later we will see the results of this. So now let's turn back to the technical picture. So this is the daily chart. Last week we have discussed our new thought that gold maybe is turning right now to another pattern, and maybe it will form another top here, some another leg to the 1304s, 1310 area. So this will not bring any impact on the high time frames, but on the tactical point of view, this could be important. Why we have come to this conclusion? Mostly we have discussed this in our daily updates from last week. Just to remind you, so first of all, guys, here by forming of this butterfly, recall we have discussed this. This is the left wing of the butterfly. That is the right wing of the butterfly. As soon as market has completed it, it simultaneously has completed many targets. And in fact, this was the sufficient pattern to trigger medium-term retracement here. Nothing more should be done by the gold. Just start the retracement and that's all. No, there is no necessity of the new highs or no target stands above it. Nothing. So market could start retracement down here, but this hasn't happened. Yes, we have see these technical reasons, confidence support and daily oversold, but something tells me that we probably could get another small spike up, hitting on the new top before real retracement will start. Another reason, it's not only the deal with this butterfly, but take a look at the MACD. We have the bearish trend, guys, but we have the higher bottoms. Trend has shifted bearish here, but price action is not. This indicates the bullish dynamic pressure, and bullish dynamic pressure usually leads to the taking out of the former top, at least. At the same time, guys, we do not expect any significant rally here, because here, guys, stands very strong weekly resistance, and market hardly will pass it just easily. Probably it will turn still to retracement. That's our medium-term expectation. So we would like to see another leg up, and then starting of real retracement. The pattern that could be formed here as triggering one for this retracement, as you can see, this is the 3-drive pattern, because you can see the second drive stands on the 127 of the first, the third drive stands in the crossing of the 127 of the second and 1618 of the first. They stands very close to each other, and that makes me think that the 3-drive is really probable here. Again, this is bearish divergence rate at the weekly resistance. That is simultaneously the bearish as well bullish dynamic pressure. So this really means something. So I see the logic here. So these patterns brings together in a good picture, in a good puzzle. So on the intraday charts, what we have discussed, the last part of this 3-drive pattern could take the shape of the butterfly. And recall our conversation on Thursday and on Friday, we said that this could become the left wing, but to form this forming of the right wing, market needs to show some retracement down, and this retracement has started. Right now, it easily could be seen on the hourly chart. On the hourly chart, recall our head and shoulders pattern, and we said there are two possible areas where market could turn up. First area is 1250, because this will be the agreement, fib level, and take a look, ABCD target based on the head and shoulders. So head and shoulders has done well. Market has stopped here. As you can see, it has hit this support. But right now, guys, I do not see any really thrusting action. So that could give us a hint on upward continuation. This mostly reminds me of the reaction on the support. So market just stands, it's better to say just lays on the support. So it just stands flat, looks heavy and stands on the support. This just mostly indicates that still downward action still possible. Also, guys, take a look here. We have the minor grabber. Bearish grabber has been formed, and it tells that this low should be taken out. But if this will happen, in this case, this will mean the true breakout of the support area moving below the weekly pivot point, and next destination will be 1240. It's also agreement with the 618 support and 1618 target, final target of the head and shoulder spectrum. Right now, based on reaction that we see here, this mostly tells us that probably we still should get this area. Probably we will get this area. Here, guys, this will be a very important area, because if market will not hold there and drop lower, that will put the shadow on the perspective as on this butterfly, as on this drive pattern, because this is just a nested doll, guys. So if market will drop here below the 618, here we will not get any other supports. So maybe the weekly pivot support one, but it stands very close to the lows. Hardly market will stop here. If market will break through these lows, 1224 lows, it will mean that the butterfly has been erased. And if this butterfly has been erased, it means that 3 drive, well, hardly will happen. And the market really could turn to the real retracement run right from this area. That's why this butterfly and these levels that we have specified, I mean the 1240 fib support on the hourly chart, this one, and that low is very important in the short-term perspective. So guys, on the coming week, we mostly will deal with this retracement, and let's see whether our scenario will be confirmed and whether it will work or not.